What is shaking, my peeps? How are you guys doing? Good morning. Welcome. Happy MS Gym Wednesday here in America. Wherever your day is, happy MS Gym Day to you. If you're new to the MS Gym, welcome. We are super glad. I think my mic's off here. Okay. We're super glad you're here. We are super glad that you want to learn how to exercise better with MS. And we're super glad you found the MS Gym because this is the place that you need. These are the exercises that you need. These are the programs that you need in order to teach your body how to best manage your MS symptoms through movement, through exercise. Okay? So all the exercises in the MS Gym are specifically designed to work around the lesions in your brain, the demyelination in your body. My goal and our goal as a community is to support each other and teach each other and guide each other how to move in different ways to help get your body stronger to combat if it's your spasticity or your loss of balance or poor core activation or bladder incontinence or just lack of coordination, stuff like that. We want to help you figure out how to move your body well so that everything starts to get stronger, everything starts to function better, and we start creating new neurological pathways in your body that work around MS. All right, so whether you are on a drug-mediated therapy, you're recovering from stem cell transplant, you're on a nutrition plan, you're doing lifestyle intervention, you're on a bunch of supplements, like whatever, okay? You need to move, and exercise is the key to do that, but it has to be specific to MS. It has to specifically focus on building new neurological patterns. It has to be arranged in a way that the brain actually understands and learns. You can't just start throwing a bunch of exercises at your body and just hope they work. There's certain things that have to work first in order to perform the exercises that you see out in fitness and on other videos and all that kind of stuff. All right, so that's why we're here. So this week we're focusing on another key exercise area, and that is our blades, our shoulder blades. So we have a mantra in the MS Gym. It's called butts, guts, and blades. Butts is really focusing on the glutes and getting your pelvis underneath you. Guts is holding those abdominals in and focusing on activating that core. And blades is being able to pull the shoulder blades back and down because that's going to help you stand upright and also give you the upper body leverage in order to use your arms, which is super important if you're seated in a chair. And really with MS, because you guys get tired. You get more tired than the average person, so you're going to be sitting more. And so even if you're having a bad MS day and you're like, my legs are just heavy, my feet are tingly, I just don't think I can do some leg stuff, Trev. Well, you can always do upper body, right? You can always sit here and do core, and that's what we're teaching you, okay? So, Monday we went over the stretching and kind of mobility work, just kind of movement patterns for up here. Yesterday we went through mid-thoracic mobility, working on getting your spine more active. Today we're actually going to give you two exercises that you want to do seated, so you can do these in a chair, if you're chair bound or not. But I want you to do them seated so that you only focus from here up. Now you can do these on a wall. There's a little bit more advanced stuff when you get to a wall. Plus you run the risk of losing butts, losing guts, arching your back, shrugging your shoulders. And I don't necessarily think that wall stuff is really great until you can get locked in your core here and find a balance sitting on a chair or a fit ball or something like that, okay? So the movement patterns that we are working on today is blades, all right? So this is how people normally sit, is they're kind of seated forward like this, and their arms are kind of up. So what we want to work on is opening our shoulder, opening our chest, pulling the shoulder blades back, and then pulling the shoulder blades down. What I find with a lot of MSers is you got a lot of spasticity in your trapezius muscle, your sternocleidomastoid muscle, your scalene muscle, your pec minor, your anterior deltoid. So everything is making you do this because you just don't want to fall. You're in constant guard mode. So when your shoulder blades come back and down and it pulls your head over your spine, that is a relaxed, I'm stable, I'm strong, I'm fluid posture rather than a guarded posture, okay? So what I see a lot in the gyms is when people do rowing and they do stuff like where they're pulling, their shoulders are always up. Their shoulders are always up, right? Or they do chest press and it's shoulders like this. or push-ups. And trainers are terrible about catching that. They're like, oh, you're doing a good job when this happens and people are throwing their chest forward. You don't want to do that, because all that's doing is just reinforcing head forward posture and shoulders forward like this. And when I see trainers working with clients, and even, sorry, physios, but PTs working with them, and they're checking their thing and checking 3 other people, and you see this, and you see people coming forward, I'm like, oh, it makes me cringe, okay? So our goal is going to be to do retraction, which is shoulder together without shrugging the shoulders, and then focus on shoulder depression, which is pushing the shoulder blades down towards your back pockets. So when you hear me say blades, what that means is shoulder blades lightly pulled back and shoulder blades down when we're talking about getting ready to move or posturally, but we've got to work those muscles too. All right, so in your chair, I want you to scoot as far forward as you can. I don't want you sitting back in your chair. I want you sitting as upright as you can, all right? If you need to scoot yourself all the way to the back of your wheelchair and use the back of your chair, that's cool, but you got to sit up. We're going to use core, all right? So during all of these exercises, these are shoulder blades. I still want you focused on pulling that belly button away from your hand. So just pulling that belly button in, pulling that pelvic floor up, so cut off that urine flow. And I want you to think about sitting up as tall as you can, because it does us no good to strengthen our shoulders if we can't sit upright. You're just in the wrong position and you're never going to do it right, okay? It's a harsh reality, but it's true, okay? Trevor, don't lie, all right? So here we go. So we're going to sit up nice and tall. What we're going to do is we're going to do a 1-arm row. So you're going to if you need to use your hand on an armrest, that's fine, but don't fall into it. Push up away from your armrest if you need some balance, or from your leg, sit up tall. So I want abs in. I want you to sit up as tall as you can. I want you to think about pulling shoulder blades back and shoulder blades down towards your back pocket. Now you're going to be here out in front of you, thumb up, okay? Hey, thumb up. Okay, you see me do this all the time. Thumb up, man. So what you want is you want to take that shoulder and drop that shoulder blade down and back. This is called packing your shoulder blade. So we're going to pull your shoulder blade down and back. So pull it in here, and then you want to sit up tall, and then what you're going to do is you're going to pull back. So you're going to be this way, and you're going to pull back to right there. Now when you pull back, I don't want to see this. Okay, this is not good. So you want to think about shoulder blade together and down. So you want to pack that shoulder blade, sit up tall, and then you're going to use the muscles right up here on the backside of your shoulder blade to row. So up tall, abs are in, sit up tall, shoulder blade packed, and we row. So it's a 90-degree pull right to there. So you get it's more than a 90, but you got this angle here. I want you to think about your arm going completely parallel, all right? So you're here, so up tall and row. 1, 2, and come back. So you're squeezing from these muscles here, all right? And up, 2, 2. And the reason why I'm having you do one arm is because as you pull, I want you to rotate just a little bit. 3, 2, come up, shoulder blade back and down, pull. 4, 2, and think about the muscles right between your shoulder blades. Shoulder blade back and down, abs in. 5, 2, don't shrug. And forward. And the thing is, you don't need to pull back as far as you think you do. Pull. 6, 2. So you see, look, I'm not even to my ribs. If you try to pull past your ribs, you're going to tip your shoulders. So just go right before your ribs, even with your ribs. And pull. 7, 2, come up. Abs are in. Use this as a core exercise. Use those abs to twist and row. 8, 2, come forward and pull. 9, 2, and it's not just pull the arm. You guys use those muscles back here and squeeze. Ready? Squeeze. 2, and relax. That's 10. So we're squeezing the muscles right through here. So we come back, and it's not just move our arm in and out. It's come back and squeeze and rotate. Okay? So let me switch sides here. Sitting up tall. Abs are in. Chest or chin is back. Put your arm out. Brace here. So use that arm to create a nice stable structure. Shoulder blade back and down. And we're going to pull and row and squeeze. Pull and twist and squeeze. Ready? Pull, twist, squeeze. 1, and forward. Pull, twist, squeeze, and 2. Remember, we're squeezing from here. Pull, twist, squeeze, and 3. Sit up tall, you guys. Do not slouch on this. Keep this frame over here. Pull, twist, squeeze, and 4. Pull, twist, squeeze that shoulder blade, and 5. That doesn't mean pull back further. That means squeeze your shoulder blade. So pulling back further is not going to help you. It's squeeze the muscle. 6. Pull, twist, squeeze the muscle. I'm even with my ribs, you guys. I'm not further back than that. If your fist drops, you're pulling back 4. You're pulling back too much. 7, 2, boom. Did you hear that? If your fist drops, you're pulling back too far. So pull, 8, 2, and forward. Abs are in. Sit tall. 9, 2, and forward. Last one. And 10, 2, and forward. So I have no weight in my hand. I'm not going to brag right now, but I'm just telling you, like I'm feeling that in my muscles without having a weight. Like I can sit here with like 150 pounds on a cable machine and pull back and get a lock if I'm trying to build. But I can get the same amount of squeeze in that muscle with no weight as I do with 150 pounds and using that to create the muscle tension. We want to learn how to create internal muscle tension because that gets our core stronger. Okie dokie smokies? All right, so that's the retraction. Now we're going to go into the depression, okay? These are not sad exercises. It just means pull down. We'll call these back pockets because I don't like the word depression, okay? So these are called scapular back pockets instead of scapular depression. Technically, they're called depression, but that's a sad word and I don't like it. Okay, here we go. So hands are up like this, sitting up tall, okay? You're going to pull your shoulder blades back and down. Your neck is going to be over you. Now, if you cannot do this both hands up, you can do this one at a time. I'm going to show you both hands up because that's a little bit more core demanding, okay? So pelvic floor up, abs are in, sit tall, hands are up like, yo man, don't shoot, okay? I love you. So feet are straight ahead. If your knees are collapsing, put a towel or a ball in between here. All right, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using these lat muscles and thinking about just pulling our arms down. It's not pull down and let our shoulders roll forward. Again, horribly taught in the fitness arena. So our sitting up nice and tall, and you're only pulling down to about right here when you feel the muscles underneath your armpits kick in. All right, so abs are in, pelvic floor up, tip that pelvis back a little bit. Shoulder blades are down, and then you're using these bad boys and you're pulling in. So as you pull down, it's like your fingers are pointed out. So you can kind of make a W like that. Okay? W for Wiccan, baby. T-dub. Okay? All right, so we're up. Abs are in. Ready. So we're going to inhale. On the exhale, pull down, pull the abs in. Abs are in. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Don't let your hands fall forward. Keep them back. And bring it up. Hold. Abs are in. And exhale. Pull down. Inhale, bring them up. Exhale, and pull down. 3, 2, and bring them up. Inhale, don't shrug your shoulders. And down, pull. And look at me, I'm not pulling my elbows all the way into my side, just to where I feel a stretch here and those activation in those lats. And back up, and pull. 4, 2, and back up. Abs in, come on. Exhale, 5, 2, come up. And down, 6, 2, come up from underneath the armpit. You guys, abs are in, squeeze the armpit. 7, 2, abs are in, squeeze the armpit. 8, 2, that's a fun voice. Down, squeeze the armpit. 9, 2, you're going to hear that today when you do this, aren't you? And down, squeeze the armpit. Okay, and relax. Dude, I think I'm funny. I make myself laugh. So anyway, so that's how you do those two exercises. The key is abs stay in, you stay tall. Whether you're rowing or whether you're pulling down, you want to avoid shrugging. You want to avoid shrugging and falling forward, okay? We are going to do some drills this week where we're actually going forward, coming up and coupling motions and putting them together. But for today, I want you to sit up as tall as you possibly can. As you row, keep that shoulder blade down and just find the squeeze up here between your shoulder blades. As you pull down, keep the shoulder blades down and find that squeeze in those armpits while sitting up tall. Those two motions, retraction and depression, will train your body to take your blades and put them into your back pockets. And the more you can train this without weights, and you can train yourself to internally create a squeeze and a drop, okay, or a retraction and a depression, right? So a squeeze and a drop, posturally, your body's just going to start liking that better because it opens everything up in here and takes neurological tension off of the base of your brainstem, off of your brachial plexus, off of your lumbosacral plexus, off of your spinal cord, which is a party for us MSers, right? All right, you guys. So if you like this video, hit like. If you want to comment, woo, comment away down below and keep practicing, okay? This week builds off each other, meaning you have to, like Monday is just as important as Friday. So you got mobility, or you got release, you got mobility, we got isolated activation. We're going to go coupling tomorrow, and we're going to go strength on Friday, okay? So that is how we do it. That is how we roll. This is how we layer things on so that you get better, and this is why the MS gym stuff works. Is we're doing a neurological layering pattern instead of just a bunch of exercises thrown at you that are supposed to work, okay? So you guys are rocking. I'm super proud of you. Have an awesome day. I'm out.